So then we'll try this other free game that came out around the same time that everyone wanting to play, so hopefully it's good. Oh, options. Oh, alright. I don't know anything about this game except that I've wanted to play it for a while. Nah, we'll be okay. Audio, yeah. You copyrighted music? What? No, I won't be doing that. Speaker system, headphones. Display. Just brightest left icon is not. Icon is barely visible. And the right icon is clear. It's like pretty bright. Cannot see the left one. Home grain, share, motion blur, share. Subtitles, yes please. Subtitle background, no. Speaker name and subtitles, yes. There's no like HDR set up for this. Huh. Did I just miss it? No, it looks like I did not. Okay. Let's see what this is all about. That's what the fuss is about.
Moved to West Virginia, thought we moved that?
Yeah. Ooh, $12,000.
Fair warning. This is gonna be weirder than usual.
Ooh, I like that.
Can't be helped. You called me. So here I am. I know I shut you out sometimes. I'm always glad to hear from you. It's just that I get my hopes up. So many times it's led to nothing. I found nothing. It's like we live in a room and there's a poster on the wall. We stare at it and we think that's the whole world. The room and the poster. The picture's something nice. A landscape, a famous person. Like in that movie, what is it called? The prison movie. The room's a cell, and the picture, it's different for each of us. It can be beautiful or terrible, but we're all transfixed. But it's all a lie. Something to distract us from the truth. They're lying to us. We're lying to ourselves. The room's not the world. The world is much bigger and much stranger. There's a hole hidden behind that poster that leads to the real world. We all feel safe in that room. But sometimes something crawls out from behind the poster. And the ones that see it happen freak out and try to forget what they saw. I'm here. Why did you bring me here? Hello? Anyone here?
Any objects considered iconic representations of an archetypal concept. Rubber ducks, ketchup. All material under bureau investigation is to be brought in through the private entrances. If you see any involving personal breaches of policies, please notify immediately. That was creepy. Internal lockdown in effect, building lockdown in effect. Just walked in here without any problem. Terrible lockdown.
Federal Bureau of Control. All these years I've been looking for them, and they were hiding in plain sight.
Security order. Attention all blank. A shark in his blank. Secure. Permission to following base protocol. Shoot to kill. Good luck. Hello, as you should know by now, the R4 reports are due at the end of the week. We're still waiting on them from a number of people. If you need an extension, please request from R4E from the supervisor. If you think you're exempt from filling an R4, then you need to get permission from your department chief saying so. Remember, R4s are mandatory under Section 75.2 in the Employee Manual. If your R4 requires intern departmental claims, then please contact the appropriate department head. Blah blah is needed. They'll be busy on Thursday in their annual policy review, so please schedule accordingly. Okay, it's a lot of fun memos to find and read. What's that?
Hello?
Recording. Interesting.
Hey,
Oh, hey,
excuse
sit
me.
There you are. You are here about the job. Janitor's assistant. You need to go to the interview. Go that way to the elevator.
Thanks. Elevator that way. Got it.
Very good. I'm Ahti, the janitor, by the way. You'll work for me. You can say I sent you. If they don't hire you, you are no helvet. There be work for the axe. Take them behind the sauna, jumalauta.
I've done enough night shift loner jobs to know it makes us come off weird. Ahti the janitor is a friendly face in my book.
Better than somebody with no face at all. Think about it. No face.
But that said, I know what you're thinking. If there's an axe murderer around, that's him.
Huh. Elevator wasn't here before. Per expenditures, major staffing, surveillance, data center initiative, construction, minor, obstacle and janitorial costs, mold removal, HQ livability costs, cost per conservator sheets, blah blah blah. Huh?
Her first try.
Oh my gosh. I'm dumb. This is definitely different. How to handle unscheduled visitors into the library. Start following with the Federal Bureau of Control Section 1864 as part of an effort to strengthen government relations. We are proud to serve the United States and our people and to strive transparency and excellence in hospix or esteemed nation's infrastructure. If you do not leave, then ask them these questions. Are you here to see someone? Are you from New York City or just visiting? How'd you find this place? The answers are sufficiently harmless claim that this is a secure federal office and they need to leave. Their answers seem blank. Escort them as a private room. There perform the gunner's psychological assessment. The response, a written acceptance range of deviance. See the private scoring sheet. The blank immediately. Remember, there's no such thing as too suspicious.
The cell. And the poster. I was 11 years old the first time I saw behind the poster. They told me I imagined it. I've been trying to pull it down ever since. Will you help? Did I lose you there for a moment?
Yep.
You know what's on my mind. My baby brother, Dylan. 17 years since the men of this bureau took him.
Oh, that's sort of a lot. Reminder, drafting by public-facing material. Pending an invocation of death of the willow, AWE, please adhere to the following guidelines. In service of the country, regret, proud, will be remembered. Words to avoid. Alaska, scissors, blood, bleed, loss, apology, sorry. some real government documents here. Oh, it's another lockdown room. Barbara, I'm not to be disturbed. Cancel my appointments for the day, for the rest of the week. I can't trust that, Barbara. Not a single one. Trench. We'll get better.
Shit. Shit. You want me to pick it up? The murder weapon? Really? Something's outside. Was coming here a mistake? And there goes the poster.
Objects of power can cause or be results of AWE's altered world events, intrusions upon the perceived reality. Now, the service weapon is, of course, a prime example of an OOP, a very powerful one. Ingrained in the Bureau's DNA, a key component in our prime candidate program. Come out of that Russian roulette a winner and you're it.
Look at this place. Where am I? The same gun. Okay, now I have a gun.
Oh, cool. I get these little blue crystals.
Something's coming. this threat. An attack. Duty as director. Keep the Bureau safe.
Did you hear that? It's the dead man. Right after the pyramid spoke to me, and it was just noise, and I understood every word. And this gun's alive. You know what? I'm happy. Happy to be here. Things have quieted down outside. Is it safe to go? You can't let this happen. 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 You stopped it. You... Oh, thank you. That was... horror. Get the fuck away!
The Bureau has many internal security personnel. The Hiss was quick to take advantage of this fact. Hiss guards used standard issue bullpup rifles and carried prior corruption, while the armored guards carried pump action shotguns. They have no supernatural abilities. Section of certain Hiss guards are produced by Shield and dense Hiss resonance, capable of stopping bullets and shielding the result of prolonged Hiss corruption. Does the Hiss mature in organic hosts over time? More data is needed. Does the Hiss target individuals with combat training? Does the Hiss have a level of cognizance? Does it utilize hosts for tasks that are best suited to? Combat-trained hosts are reserved for combat. These are all questions for later, though it is obvious that corrupt individuals retain knowledge and use of their weapons. Burn to... Did I miss this one? So much is expected from the director. Service weapon. Containment procedure. No unique procedure is required. The object's form is variable. When bound, the object allows para-utilitarians to blank. This object must only be bound to individuals seeking the role of director. The object will determine whether they... If rejected, the applicant is terminated. The process is dictated by blank. By the board, probably, but the criteria is unknown. Object discovered inside the oldest house in the room that is now used as the director's office. The popular hypothesis, blank. Many forms throughout history, Mjolnir, Excalibur, Baronastra, weapons that blank, and bewilders. Objects of power, the convergence of the forces behind the collective subconscious, and this may be the original manifestation of that event. That is the case, blank.
Objects of power can cause or be results of AWE's altered world events, intrusions upon the perceived reality. A side note, remember to cover their connection to the astral plane as well. Now, the service weapon is, of course, a prime example of an OOP, a very powerful one. Ingrained in the Bureau's DNA, a key component in our prime candidate program. Come out of that Russian roulette a winner and you're it. Lose and you're, well, fucked. Thank you. I'm Dr. Darling, Head of Research, Federal Bureau of Control.
All right.
The hotline. Secure line of communication. Guidance. Reach the hotline.
The hotline, says the dead man. Okay.
Grip is a reliable semi-automatic fire that is deadly in long range. What did I just unlock? You know, the clearance level. Welcome to the oldest house. Jesse Faden arrives at the oldest house headquarters of the Bureau of Control, like parents who are mysterious from childhood. Guided in the building by the janitor, Jesse finds Zachariah Trench, the director of the Bureau, shot dead. Takes his pistol next to his body, seeks the order. Rising costs, AWE response, update the mold, extraction efforts, including annual salary review, new supply of coffee filters be found embedded, please come prepared. Oh, I hear something.
Reminder, if you experience an unanticipated building shift, follow these simple steps. 1. Search the room for any altered items or objects of power. 2. Carry the altered item or object of power to the nearest safe room. 3. Wait for Bureau staff to find you and the object. If there are no altered items or objects of power in the vicinity, then reach your supervisor via the nearest intercom and await further instructions. Thank you for your attention. Reminder, if you experience an unanticipated building shift, follow these simple steps. 1. Search the room for any altered items or objects of power. 2. Carry the altered item or object of power to the nearest safe room. 3. Wait for the Bureau staff to find you.
Marshall, we checked out the suspected AWE and duelist. Wasn't anything. Just like the house fire before this and Manfish Cluster before that. My team's getting pretty sick of duds. We need to find a better way to sort the fake AWEs from the real things. Or we need to rotate these field agents for a bit. Anyway, we're en route to Sherman Ranch. Next one on the list. Let's hope it's a little heavier. Dinner reservations. Ches Hombre. Let's meet you there. Don't be late. Flowers are ready for you in the lobby reception. Remember, she's turning 40? Alright, we got everything here.
Hissing sound that tried to invade me earlier. The hiss. Burrowing into everything in this place. Is the hiss your enemy? Alright, it's our enemy. That babble's contagious. It burrows in like an infuriating melody that makes you hum it over and over.
Are believed to affect the creation of altered materials. They can also dictate the characteristics of altered world event. Urban legends are understood as modern evolution of Jung's archetypes who recognize certain blank and formed by our own blank and popularized by our media. We have additionally proven that urban legends can even be artificially blank and popular culture using blank. A Breer-made anthology television program. Once the seeds are sown, human imagination exasperates the details. Certain preternatural phenomenon contain clear elements of popularized folklore. AWEs only occur on blank. A pair of scissors consume human blank, though two puncture on the blank. These details living in the minds of so many are given strength to believe. Urban legends are not just stories for children, they are paranatural realities waiting to happen. Control points that sample your health. Good to know. Okay.
The hissing sound that tried to invade me earlier. The hiss. Burrowing into everything in this place. Is the hiss your enemy? Alright, it's our enemy. That babble's contagious. It burrows in like an infuriating melody that makes you hum it over and over.
shift this shield cover using grenades. A grenade indicator moves to safe distance. Alright, what? What's that aim assist? Controller aim assist. Alright, it's turned on. What's the target? Applies control. This is not what you modify the rules of the game to suit specific needs.
The hissing sound that tried to invade me earlier. The hiss. Burrowing into everything in this place. Is the hiss your enemy? It's our enemy.
Must cleanse control point. An enemy. Corrupt. Spreading.
Cleanse the control point. What does that mean? Help me fix it. Holy shit! You did it! We did it!
Hello? Can you hear me? Are you with us? With the Bureau? Are you still sane? Please, talk to me. We found a deal with a compromised agent.
can't tell you how happy I am to talk to somebody sane.
The feeling's mutual. Yeah, I'm Pope, Emily Pope, Dr. Darling's assistant.
My turn. Should I lie? Jesse Faden. I'm just visiting. I should have lied.
Oh, shit. You're the new director. Hold on. We're coming out.
Director Faden.
Call me Jesse.
Okay, Jesse. I'm Emily. Look, somehow this hostile force, this
Hiss?
that works. Somehow the Hiss managed to infiltrate the building without any warning.
And just like that, my name for it is official. The Hiss. Like the sound of poison gas leaking in.
We're in full lockdown. It seems to have spread everywhere and to everyone not protected by an HRA. And, extraordinarily, you. You are the director, and that makes you special by definition. Trench is no longer the director, obviously. I'm sorry, I'm talking too much. This whole situation is just a lot.
Trench is dead. Shot.
Ah.
I found his body. And the gun. Do I tell her it looked like a suicide?
The service weapon.
Also, and this can sound crazy, but he keeps appearing to me. Saying things. It's hard to make out, but he told me to cleanse the control point. Push the Hiss out. The whole room shifted around.
You did that? And you entered the building when it was already in the lockdown, before you became the new director? How?
I'm not ready to tell her about you yet. A janitor let me in.
I love it. This is fucking unbelievable. I can't even... Look, Jesse, I have a million questions, and you probably have a million more.
Like, do you know my brother Dylan? Not yet.
But there's something I need to ask you to do first. If you can cleanse a control point, then you can maybe cure those infected or possessed by the Hiss. Because if that's possible, our options are very different.
Emily Pope. I don't know her, but I like her already. She's the opposite of the faceless agency I've blamed for what happened to me for so long. But I can't trust her yet. Or rather, the Bureau she's a part of. Yes. I can try. I'm speaking for you, of course. We can try it together. Okay. You with me? We did it before. Push the Hiss out.
Control points are locations the Bureau is identified as being battle junctions of the oldest house. And the appropriate harmonization device are arranged around the control point in the blank arrangement. The surrounding area will not experience an unforeseen building shifts. These control points are discovered by blank detection of an unobstructed ping using the blank within a 37-foot radius. Numerous researchers have attempted to find control points, calling them nerve junctures or blank vulnerable spots of the oldest house. Con factor in these theories is that control points are susceptible to external impact, which allows us to stabilize the oldest house and work more confidently inside it. Theoretically, this technology cannot be extrapolated or to stabilize the oldest house as a whole, but testing has found that certain points of the building refuse to be blank. Ooh, there are numbers.
It didn't work. The hiss has burned.
Hiss manifests in human hosts in numerous ways. It's common and last intense form is seen as many corrupt agents floating throughout the Bureau. Hiss agents have maintained the human appearance, undergoing no obvious physical transformation, with no distinction from an unaffected human is the fact that they levitate. Hiss have displayed no aggressive behavior. The only statement should in vocalizing a strange incantation and tongue. Perhaps these vessels are only meant to propagate the Hiss corruption like spores or Wi-Fi boosters, or the cocoons preparing to enter the next stage of evolution. When attacked, Hiss agents disappear, perhaps entering a state of invisibility or undergoing a transformation in a purely resonant form. Research is ongoing.
Oh, too deep. Ripping it out rips them apart.
Jesse, over here.
Yeah, where are you?
We need to make a plan, Jesse.
Oh,
I can't cleanse them. I saw. It was worth a shot. Thank you, Director. Jesse.
I'm gonna tell her why I'm here. I'll risk it.
Listen. The Bureau was involved in an incident in my hometown, Ordinary, 17 years ago. The Bureau came in and covered the whole thing up. I've been looking for this place for a long time.
That's enough. Maybe that's too much already. I can't tell her about Dylan and the rest yet.
I've seen mentions of an Altered World event case dealing with Ordinary. You were at Ground Zero as a child? It was one of the big ones, and before my time. And very classified. I can try to dig out some old files for you. My boss, Casper Darling, would know, but he's missing. I think he knew this was coming, or suspected. He came up with the HRAs, the Hadron Resonance Amplifiers. I think they're what saved us. Or a few of us. And Director Trench would know. Trench? The ghost, or whatever he is. He mentioned something called the Hotline. Said I should find it. It's another object of power, like the gun, an old Bakelite telephone. A direct line of communication between the director and the board. Maybe he can talk to you more clearly through that. I mean, Trench has years and years of experience. He might know how to destroy the Hiss. Where is the hotline? It's kept in the communications department through the mailroom. It's part of this sector, so we can access it even with the lockdown in place. We'll get the door open for you. Okay, that's my next stop. That's Tomasi's department. He's the head of communications. I don't think he had an HRA. He kind of made a point about not wearing one earlier. Keep an eye out.
They call me the director. But that's not me. I'm not a director type. I'm not a leader. Why am I here? I think you already know. Yes, I came for my brother, but there are other reasons too. I said I was looking for answers, but I might never understand them. I'm not looking for proof. This is already it. More than enough. No matter what they told me all those years, I know it's real now. I didn't imagine this. I want to be a part of this world. What scares me shitless is that I finally found it. Only to see the hiss destroy it all.
Yeah. Seems better. Alliance research to find the hotline and object powerful, informative, they'll self-understand the messages. Complete missions. Okay.
Look, I know this is all new to you. The hotline should be in the communications department.
Where did the hiss come from?
I'm not sure. You said the hiss was here when you entered. Did you see anything like that outside before you came in?
No. No, just inside.
The source is internal then. See, the oldest house is a sprawling complex with openings to other places as well. I don't even know where to start looking. But in the context, it's good news. The lockdown holds. The hiss escaping the building would be the end. Pretty shitty world out there if you ask me, but I wouldn't want the hiss to destroy it.
With you on that, Emily. You mentioned the oldest house. What is it?
This building, the Bureau headquarters, the oldest house, is a shifting place. You've seen it. It transcends its physical limits.
I've been to New York a few times. How didn't I notice this place?
It's an attribute of the building. This is a place of power. The oldest house doesn't like attention, so unless you're purposely trying to find it, you don't, which is perfect for us. The work we do here is essential, but unstable. The Bureau prefers not to be noticed. And we need strong walls to make sure nothing gets out.
So without you, I never would have found the front door. Okay. This Trench guy. I keep hearing him in my head. Is he a ghost? Haunting me?
I doubt we're talking about a ghost in the traditional sense, but an echo maybe. See, if he was killed by the service weapon, your gun, maybe it's his final thoughts recorded by the bullet in his brain, like a deep space probe sending back data. But that's just a hypothesis on my part. I need the gun to research it. But you better hold on to that given the circumstances.
I think I will. Yeah. Can you tell me what an object of power is exactly? This is all, well, new to me.
Don't worry, I love going over the basics. So objects of power are mundane objects that house paranatural energies and have developed a link to the astral plane and can thus be controlled, which is what differentiates them from altered items, which are still housings of paranatural forces, but are more volatile and cannot be bound in the peri-utilitarian sense. Got it?
Did she memorize this? Got it. Thanks. So HRA stop you from becoming Hiss?
It seems that way. I mean, I hadn't even heard of an HRA until a few weeks ago when Dr. Darling started handing them out. Well, I began analyzing mine as soon as I got it. I mean, each one seems to emit a powerful short-range frequency way beyond anything I've ever seen.
Doesn't the timing seem suspicious?
I thought that too. Dr. Darling usually likes to unveil his latest breakthrough in big presentations. With these, He just passed them out. Yeah, his behavior makes me wonder what exactly he knew.
Thanks, Emily. I'm sure I'll have more questions soon.
Just let me know.
Okay. I want to go to communications, wherever that may be. Exclusive to Shatter. Okay.
There it is again. Our welcome message. This is the following Nevada accommodations. I don't even recall if Ocean View is going to be found in the landlocked state, but I guess I'm not paid to think right. For the record, I again request that you give us the budget to get 2 rooms each night. Agent Riley and myself are very tired of sleeping in the same room. See you on the road. Hi. The boys in research said performing rituals may help identify any places better drinking those little whiskeys. Yes, ma'am. Huh? Yes, it's overpowering here. You don't want me annoying. With you on that.
Okay, well, that's that. Hopefully it stays close to this.